right. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How are you, Juice?
Sore.
Sore. Tell us why.
I had lumbar spine surgery. Woo!
Lumbar spine. So I thought this was going to be a minor surgery.
So did I.
And it turned out they gutted you like a fish on both sides.
Yeah, they went in through the stomach, moved everything out of the way, worked on the front side of the spine, closed me up, stapled me up like a slab of beef getting ready to go on the barbecue, flipped me over, and opened up the back.
We should have done it outside and I make you walk around so we could get it on video for the YouTube folks to see.
That would be hysterical.
He's walking real slow, y'all.
Yeah, I look like an ogre under a bridge.
You were slow before, but now you're real slow.
Yes.
So, But of course, I'm making fun of you.
Yes.
So.
This is the most painful procedure I've ever had. I'll be honest, I'd rather be shot again.
After next Thursday, you'll get to make fun of me.
Okay. I make fun of you every day. You just don't. You're not around to hear it.
We'll put it on. We'll put it on video after next Thursday.
Oh, after next Thursday?
That's when I go to court.
Oh, that's right.
We'll let you make fun of me after that on air. All right.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna let that get past us first, and then we'll go there. But yeah, Juice had surgery, a major surgery.
Yeah.
And on his back. That's what happens when you get old.
Oh.
I'm probably next in that category, by the way.
Dude, I empathize with you if it happens.
Right.
It is the most painful procedure I have ever had so far.
Mm-hmm. All right. So today we're going to get into a specific case concerning a Brady violation. You want to explain to him what a Brady violation is again?
You're just not turning over all the information in discovery.
Right.
It's simple.
It goes for both sides. Right?
Yes.
It can be either, all right, I'm going to get the words right, inculpatory, which they always bring that out. That gets you. That's the stuff that gets you in trouble.
Yep.
And exculpatory, which could show that you did not commit a crime.
Correct. But either way it is, and whatever side it is, it needs to be disclosed. Period.
So it happens all the time, especially on some of these. We see it all the time. And judges are ruling, hey, you can't admit that.
In the criminal cases we've worked so far, we have seen it in almost every one.
Yeah. I don't get it, man.
I don't either.
You got a room full of lawyers and nobody's raising their hand saying, hey, this is wrong. This is against what the Supreme Court said.
Exactly.
I mean, you'd think a lawyer would pipe up, if they've first year law student knows that rule,
Oh, so. Exactly. I don't know why they do it. I understand why maybe the district attorneys, the prosecuting attorneys don't say it because, they want to get that number. They want to get that big W, the win.
Mm-hmm.
So they withhold stuff. I don't get it. Whether you're guilty or not, it makes no difference to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's what can be proven in court.
Mm-hmm.
If you have information, regardless if you're the defense side or you're the prosecution side, if you have information, either way, it needs to be brought out. They need to be, they need their due and fair process.
Right. Everybody gets their fair shake, right?
Yes.
And we are in America. Last time I checked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Happens on criminal side. It also happens on the civil side. We see it there as well. It's the same rule.
Right.
I don't care if it's a divorce or a capital murder. It's still the same rule. Well, we got a specific case we're working on that Mr. Ziegler, William Ziegler, he's not our client, by the way. We're just going off this case as an example.
Correct.
Our client was involved in this, though, and we can talk about it. It's public knowledge. But I'll read it a little bit. This is back in 2015. Now, the crime happened around 2002, I believe, right?
Yes.
But there was a fight happened at a person's house, and it was 3 people ended up dead, or 1 dead and 2 injured?
One dead, 2 injured.
Yeah. It was a fight, one of those type deals, and did they get shot or was it stabbed? I can't remember. Stabbed. Okay. Juice has read it more than I have, obviously.
Yes, I'm going blind from reading these pages.
Yeah. We get these cases after 20 years, and there's stacks on stacks of papers, man.
Yeah.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, Juice.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
You laid out last week, like took a vacation.
I know. I don't know why I laid out. I should have been doing work while they were doing surgery.
You should have been working out, doing push-ups and stuff.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Setups?
Oh, that's not happening.
How about planks?
Oh yeah, I could have done that while they were doing the surgery.
All right, back to our topic here. Yeah, Mr. Ziegler, he was involved in this, and our client, William Randall. Do they call him Billy? Or
one is Will, one is Willie.
Which one is Willie is Ziegler, right?
Correct. Willie John.
So we call him Slick Willie?
I guess they call him Willie, and the other one is Will.
I don't think he's very slick because he's back in jail again on something else.
Oh, no, he's not in jail. He's in prison.
He's in the big jail.
Yes.
He's in the big box.
Yes.
Because he did something stupid.
Yes, he's not in the batter's box right now.
It was something ignorant, like stealing stuff.
It was over a boat.
Oh, God. But he stole it.
Well, you know, it happens. A theft is a theft is a theft.
When you hook that boat up and drive off with it, it's not yours. It's probably a problem. But
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, these boys got in a fight. One guy ended up dead. 2 were injured. And Mr. Ziegler went through several hearings. He got convicted. He got put on death row, right?
Yes.
Man, all right. And he was sentenced to death in Mobile County in 2003. And he must be given a new. This is often used. This is on the Equal Justice Initiative. Okay. So this is going to lean a little on the anti-death penalty side of the house. But they did write a good article here. He was sentenced to death in Mobile County in 2003, and they said he must be given a new trial because prosecutors failed to disclose evidence that a key witness falsely identified Mr. Ziegler as the man who threatened to kill the victim. Okay?
Correct.
So, in other words, they went through this whole trial, and they withheld a witness.
A very important witness.
Right. And which will not talk right now, by the way.
No.
I don't know why.
I have no idea.
The prosecution also failed to turn over evidence showing the killing happened in a car belonging to the state's only eyewitness.
Correct.
Not in the woods, as the witness claimed the state contended at trial. So the state had this one witness, had this whole case built off this one witness, and that witness ended up lying.
Through her teeth.
And they had the right evidence in their pocket. They just didn't reveal it.
Correct.
And they got caught. All right. Now, it took 10 years or more, but they finally got caught. There were some other things, too. They said he didn't have good representation.
Right.
That lawyer had some
he
personal issues going on, I believe.
Yeah, he had a plethora of personal issues.
Like drug abuse and some things.
Yes.
But in that, he don't think he's the lawyer anymore.
No, he's not. They fired him, and he's been disbarred.
So was he pumping gas now or something?
I don't care what he's doing. He was a terrible attorney.
Yeah, he probably should have withdrew and said, "Hey,
he could have recused himself."
Yeah, if you got personal stuff going on, I get it, but just don't try a capital murder case.
No, but they withheld a witness. They withheld evidence. They withheld everything they could that gave this gentleman an out.
Right. And a lawyer, here's what it said in the appeals. The appeals court ruled in trial that Mr. Ziegler's counsel took no steps to investigate the crime, no steps to prepare a defense for Ziegler, and no steps to negotiate with the state or otherwise advocate for his client. So if he had to get this whole Brady violation may not have happened if he had a good lawyer.
I believe it wouldn't have, no.
Because he would have said, "Hey, I need to see yours. You got to show me yours." You know.
But we're talking about South Alabama, which is even more cliquish than here.
Oh man!
And apparently, there's some people involved. Their family's law enforcement, and they were involved in the investigation, and so it's muddied from the start.
Right.
This guy, I don't think Ziegler. I don't think he had a chance to win his case, regardless of what he did at that point.
Right. Okay. And you had Mr. Randall,
right?
Our client. He was being tried alongside of him. Now he got a life sentence, right?
Yes.
Okay. They said he was involved, but wasn't the actual. He didn't stab the people.
He was not the actual participant.
Right. But he was there and didn't stop anything and
participate
in the fight and all that stuff.
Right.
The little scuffle they had. I wouldn't say little scuffle. Somebody ended up dead.
Well,
and there was some serious bodily injury to the other ones, right?
Yes.
Okay. All over drugs. Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm finding out there's a little bit more to it than that, but that was the what they claim was the main issue.
And maybe a woman too, right?
A teenager that became pregnant.
Yeah, I knew there was a woman involved too. Okay. Now, Mr. Randall, Mr. Ziegler, Willie, said in several affidavits, not just one.
Correct.
That our client, Randall, had nothing to do with this thing.
Correct.
All right. That has not been presented to a jury or an appellate court yet.
Nope.
And I've seen it. I've read it. I've read the affidavit. Why?
I have no idea. Why was it not presented? Who was his attorney? Why didn't they bring that up? Why didn't even the prosecuting attorney, other than the numbers, why didn't they bring it up?
Yeah, I mean, because he's had a couple of appeals. We're in a Rule 32 now, which is one of the most difficult things you'll ever try to get something over. Rule 32 is you're trying to get a new trial based off newly discovered evidence that was not available at the time of the last trial. So that could have been an appeal, their initial trial, whatever.
Right.
Now, this was available to both sides, and they didn't present it. And they're bringing that up, saying the opposing side said, hey, this is not new. And based off the rules, it's not. But why? I don't know. I just think
I don't know how they say it's not new. They may have known about it, but it wasn't entered as evidence. For me, if I'm going for an Article 32, if I'm going for a 32 hearing,
yeah.
it's because this was never entered. That's new.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Especially if you hadn't and withheld it, you're a scumbag, and you should have brought that to light, period.
Yeah. I've asked several lawyers to come on here to talk some of these with us.
Right.
They would speak way more intelligently than you and I would.
Obviously.
We're just, me and you're lay people with the law.
Right.
We just know based off experience of what we see in the past and all that. So,
right.
But yeah, so our guy, Mr. Randall's been sitting on death row. He's down at I call it the work pen down in South Alabama, where they get to go out and work on the road.
Work camp.
Work on the road. I don't know what they're doing. I think he said last time I talked to him, they were putting road tiles in somewhere.
They do all kind of stuff.
Yeah, good. I mean, if I was in jail, I'd
want something to do.
Get outside in the sunlight, even the rain, like we got today. Even get outside a little bit, outside of the box. But
yeah, if you've never been in prison or jail, it has a very unique odor that you want to get away from every chance you get.
Yeah, I've been on, I just walked in and talked to people, and you want to take a bath in hand sanitizer when you get out of there. So
yes,
because it just
yes,
so many. We were in confined spaces on ships and in barracks, but it wasn't like you could walk outside.
Yeah,
it
wasn't much outside on ship, but it was still outside.
Hey, I was on the Trashville. We had the Trashville was the USS Nashville.
Yeah,
it had a fan tail about the size of a football field.
Yeah,
we could walk out there and.
Yeah, I was on several ships. We used to go out there all the time.
Smoke cigarettes, spit dip off the side, whatever.
Yeah.
So
just people stand buoy watch.
Tell stories. Yeah. Yeah. Buoy watch. I got a story. Should we digress and let me tell a story about a kid on ship?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We lived in a spider hole. It was if you're on a ship, you walk down the hallway and there's a ladder or stairs that go down in a hole, and it's a berthing area, a place where Marines live. We had one of those. And we were in port in Spain, and the infantry guys lived above us in the top part, right? And I was laying there in the bed one night about midnight. I think I was reading or something, and I hear water pouring down the stairs. I was like, man, something's leaking. So I get up. Some Marine was peeing he was drunk and was peeing down the thing, down in our thing. Drunk Marines are funny, right?
We were awesome.
This was a private PFC or something. I was a sergeant, and I said, "Hey there, you. Where's your squad leader?" And we went and woke his corporal guy up. His boss. He goes, "All right." I said, "We can do this one of two ways. I can go report him to your company commander.
Yeah,
and he's gonna get in trouble.
Hammered. Yeah,
or he can be our little cleaning guy for the next 3 months." And the corporal said he can be your cleaning guy. So every morning he was down there sweeping and making up beds and all this stuff.
That was nice of him.
And we actually got to know him. He's a good kid. He just got drunk and peed down our
Dude, we've
stairs.
all done crazy things in our younger days drunk.
But anyways, yeah, that's confined space living. But
yeah,
boy, I digress bad on that one.
Yeah, but it is. It's an odor inside a facility, a correctional facility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's county or state. It is an odor. If I was in that place, I'd want to be outside as much as possible.
Yeah, get out, get sweaty, move around, do some stuff, get some sunlight on you. That's the big part.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Ziegler, he has been arrested again for stealing a boat. Okay.
Yes.
And he's in jail. I don't know how long he's in jail for.
10 years.
But he got a big one.
Well, 7 split 3.
So he got he missed the death penalty by the skin of his teeth.
Yes. Well, he didn't miss it. He got it.
I mean, but he got
he got let go before they,
before they hooked him up to them tubes.
Yeah.
But got the needle, and he goes out and gets caught up in a boat thieving scheme, and now he got 10 years.
There's other things in between that he got busted doing.
So he just can't stay out of trouble.
No.
So
not at all. But this one is the longest one that he's gotten caught for since he got off death row. And
he will not talk. We wanted to get him to sign a fresh affidavit with a fresh date on it, and he will not do it.
Everybody we've talked to so far, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I'm done. It's my past. I'm not talking about it.
Yeah. So we got a guy sitting down, and two statements would help get this guy out of jail, possibly. I can't make a promise, but
no, I believe that if we can get some of the ones that are on the witness list to actually cooperate, I think it would go very far in this guy's case.
Yeah, it'd go from 0% right now up, give us over that 50% mark, hopefully.
Right.
Give us a chance.
Now, judging everything that we've read on this case, everything that we've been provided, he was there. He was not a participant, in my opinion.
Right.
And I think he got railroaded.
Happens a lot. Had to get a shot of Red Bull.
I see that.
Let's see if Red Bull will give us some money for putting them on.
That'd be nice if they would.
They got a lot of money. So
they do.
Who owns Red Bull now?
I don't know. I don't buy any of their products, though.
I drink it. But anyway, I buy it by the case.
I'm afraid it'll make me shorter.
That's impossible.
I know.
I buy it by the case from Sam's Club. But so if you buy it in the store, these 12 ounces are about $4.
Are they really?
Yeah. If you get it on Sam's Club and by the case, they're about $1.50. So.
I can't afford that kind of spending.
Yeah. They got to give you a raise.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to this again. So yeah, if we could just get one or two people to pipe up and give us a new statement, a fresh statement, that could be new evidence to get this guy going. We got a deadline here, about 10 days.
Yeah. And maybe something to help the guy actually get out of a life sentence is something he didn't do.
Yeah. But I don't know. Any other thoughts on the Brady violations?
No. The biggest thing is whether you agree with it or not, whether it's you think the guy or woman did it or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody is guaranteed under the Constitution a fair and speedy trial. I don't think it's fair to that person. I don't think it's fair to the victims. I don't think it's fair to anybody involved in a case if you withhold information like that. You have a jury for a reason. And that jury is going to decide based on that information whether that person is guilty or not guilty. Why not give them all they need to put in their toolbox to go back in that deliberation room and give 100% information to decide whether that person did it or not?
Right. Yeah.
That's not a fair and speedy trial to me.
Right. Yeah. So, we like to watch TV with the lawyers putting a show on for the jury and stuff.
Right.
Where the work is done is when that jury gets all that evidence and takes it back, and they all sit there and talk like normal folks.
Yep.
And they only talk about or what's in front of them. They don't have anything else.
Nope.
And when you withhold something, you're screwing somebody over.
Yeah. So that's all it is, plain and simple. I agree.
Yeah, it ain't the jury's fault. They just got what's presented to them.
Yeah. Your constitutional rights are so violated at that point.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, I'm going to close this one up, and we got what's next, Juice?
Whatever you put on the list.
The next topic. Did you read it?
I read it, but I slept since then.
GPS trackers.
Oh, a goodie.
We've been having some things with those. All right. We're going to close up this topic. I want to see your like and subscribe and comments, man.
Yeah.
We're very popular in Nigeria.
We are?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I run fast.
They speak English there. So I guess
that's good.
They like our content for some
hello,
reason.
Nigeria.
Hello, Nigeria. And Brazil.
Brazil. Oh,
they just don't speak any English there. But
maybe we should go to Brazil and do a podcast on scene.
And some security consulting.
Yes.
All right. We'll think about it. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Hey, everybody. Mackie here. I just wanted to go over our name change of our company. So this is the Hidden Threads podcast, but we also have a company. It was named Mackie Outlaw Private Investigators. Now, with our expansion into other states and franchise owners buying into our franchise, we wanted to make it something where it's more of a team concept than just one person's name. Yep, that is my real name, Mackie Outlaw. I get asked that every day. Hey, is that your real name? It is, in fact, on my birth certificate. But we have changed the name to ShadowNet. So the name comes from us working in the shadows for people all the time, and net for network, since we are a cyber forensics company. So we combine them together to ShadowNet Inc., and you'll see it on our advertisements and our Facebook page and other social media where you see it. So, yep, it's the same great company, same great results, just a different name, ShadowNet. Look for us on the web. Thanks.